Man, I worked like crazy. I'm talking about 60, 70 hours every day. I worked like 62 days in a row. I know my old co-workers can attest to that. And to be honest, I actually did pretty well for an individual that at the time, well, still now, not having a particular degree, had certification like EPA certification, things of that nature. But I worked a lot, and it really just burned me out, to be honest. And during that time span, I was also trading. So, that's the options trading. And so what I told myself, I was like, man, if I give myself an opportunity to do that full time, see where it's going to take me. So everything just
Quick
go
question.
ahead, go ahead.
So let the people know, because I know social media, everybody don't want to work for quote unquote the man, which is totally good.
Yeah,
I'm that type of person. I have my own business and everything like that.
yeah,
But there are benefits of working in corporate America, right? So, healthcare,
yeah. That's true.
affordable healthcare. You could pay for that. Tuition reimbursement.
That's true.
That's how I finished my education.
Yeah.
So I know this may be personal, but tell them for encouragement how much money you made that year without no education, without no formal education,
All right.
and you just hustled and you just worked your butt off.
All right. So pretty much, and it was crazy because I didn't even realize it until I looked at my W-2. But I
Come around, got the whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin', wobbin'.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Marcus Demitri.
All right. This is Anonymous J.
Welcome to Minority Wall Street, where we have conversation about financial markets and ways to increase the financial literacy of everyday people, the minority of Wall Street.
Okay, trying to be serious, face.
Hey, this is this very first video, so bear with us. There's a lot of things that may be incorrect, or
Man,
So
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just go with it.
So just want to start off with the introduction video. Just introduce ourselves and why we choosing this platform to do this platform. So I'm gonna start off with my boy Anonymous J. So yeah, go ahead, man.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go first. So pretty much how we all started was, man, we started working at a young age. I'm talking about pretty young. So when our peers were going to college, we were actually really into like a legit 8 to 5 at 19, 20 years
Yeah.
old. And so we
Bills.
went bills, things of that nature. And so when we started, we really like got into the corporate world, started understanding how people actually make money. We were working hard, established on 401ks, and then it just hit us like, you hear all these people talking
Yeah.
about how they make money and investing and things of that nature. And we just decided to take it upon ourselves to start to do it. You see what I'm saying? So, and then we just, like we're doing now, sitting, chilling, relaxing,
Chilling.
just talking about it. And then we were conversing about investing, how to build our wealth.
Mhm.
And this man here, he came up with this particular idea, and I was like, bro, I'm with it.
Yeah.
So you want to expound on that?
Yeah, so Minority Wall Street is like my third child. So what it's about is helping individuals, increase their financial literacy, especially in the Black and Brown community. That was the number one
Yeah.
reason.
Yes, sir.
Especially with the 2008 financial crisis,
Yes,
we were
sir.
subjected to a lot of those bad deals with the housings and stuff like that. So just wanted to be here to encourage people. A little bit about myself. Like Anonymous J, been working full time corporate America since the age of 19. Had a 401k. Saw the dips and the peaks of that particular investment. Worked in the retirement planning and investment management industry. So I'm still in that industry right now. So back in 2015, 2014, my wife was pregnant with our first child, and my Anonymous J came to my house and said, "You know about options?" So I said, "I know, I'm pretty good with options. I know of them, but didn't know really about them." So we did some research, and that really changed my life as far as investing and trading. So I've always been an avid educational type person who wanted to learn more about it. So I went hard in the game about understanding all about investing and different strategies. So fast forward here, We just, not say we tired of corporate America.
I am.
Well, he's tired of corporate America.
I am.
But yeah, so tell her what happened. What did you do to change that?
Okay, so pretty much what I did to change that, man. 2016, 2017, especially 2017, man, I worked like crazy. I'm talking about 60, 70 hours every day. I worked like 62 days in a row. I know my old co-workers can attest to that. And to be honest, I actually did pretty well for an individual that at the time, well, still now, not having a particular degree, had certification like EPA certification, things of that nature. But I worked a lot, and it really just burned me out, to be honest. And during that time span, I was also trading. So that's the options trading. And so what I told myself, I was like, man, if I give myself an opportunity to do that full time, see where it's going to take me. So everything go ahead.
So let the people know, because I know social media, everybody don't want to work for quote unquote the man, which is totally good.
Yeah.
I'm that type of person. I have my own business and everything like that.
Yeah.
But there are benefits of working in corporate America, right? So, healthcare.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, affordable healthcare. You could pay for that. Tuition reimbursement.
That's true.
That's how I finished my education.
Yeah.
So I know this may be personal, but tell them for encouragement how much money you made that year without no education, without no formal education.
All right.
And you just hustled and you just worked your butt off.
All right, so pretty much, and it was crazy because I didn't even realize it until I looked at my W-2, but I grossed 6 figures. And so it was like, okay. And I looked at it, it was like all that work, but it just didn't, like, it didn't feel like it. You see what I'm saying? It really, honestly and truthfully, it really didn't feel like it. And so, like, I hustled. And 8 to 5 can definitely be a hustle, and it's consistent income. You just have to know how to utilize it to your advantage.
Yeah.
And so I did. Like, man, I did, and I did it for years, man. And then it just came to a head for me. But like you were saying, if you know how to, not to say finagle, but
No,
really go,
finagle.
yeah.
It's a game you got to play.
It is a game that you have to play, but if you really work at it and have a particular goal, then you can, you see what I'm saying, utilize it to your advantage, and then utilize that income to do your other endeavors. And so that's what I did, man. So 2018, was it February 2018? I was like, man, I was just tired, bro. I was burned out.
Yeah.
And so I decided to take that particular risk. And me, you know me, I like taking risks. Like, that's what I do.
Yeah. So so you made 6 figures in corporate America. I haven't made 6 figures yet in corporate America, but I'm in the investment industry, right? But how I made, quote unquote, I'll say close to 6 figures, is that I started my own business. It was a legal business here in Atlanta, Georgia, where we delivered bad news to people who didn't pay their bills on time and stuff like that.
I was riding with this fool, man.
So I'm a hustler. I got a hustle spirit. I was born and raised partly in Chicago, here in Atlanta, so that hustle's real. So I was very fortunate to obtain 2 government contracts here in Atlanta, Georgia, and that burned me out like crazy. On my own.
Yeah.
I
would ride with him, but the servant, I was like, nah, you gotta do that. But you would be surprised at the people that he served, because no fooling and out, you'd be surprised.
It was mostly so in the affluent neighborhoods that I got my bread from, and I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. I did like part time, but doing the part time, I made about 70 grand just doing the part time. And so that's just for my entrepreneurs, is that it's hard work. There's no such thing as days off. No such thing as PTOs. So it's a hustle, but it was well worth it. But I mean, it wasn't for me as far as to be in that industry, because things started crazy since President Trump in 2016. So I didn't want to be out in the streets like that. So went back to school, finished that, and doing pretty well. But I know I can do better.
Yeah, of course.
And I like to speak things into existence. So My number one goal is to be on the Forbes list. I don't think I told you that. It's to be on the Forbes list, and it's not just to say, oh, I made it a stunt or for the gram or anything like that. It's really just say, hey, you can do it.
Yeah.
And then whatever, how much money I get is definitely going to be, redistributed that back into the community, into, helping individuals and stuff like that. So I'm not a flashy type guy whatsoever. I don't need no Lambo. I don't need no house with 16 bedrooms. I just want to make sure my house that I have right now is paid, which I got at a very young age. I could, help individuals with that. Make sure my house is paid, no student loan debt, no credit card debt. College is paid for the kids, my kids that I have. So yeah. So that's who we are. You got anything more to say?
Pretty much the purpose of this and why we got together, man, is and to be honest, it's like growing up, you really didn't have that much attention to how to build wealth. And so at a young age, that's what we were actually thinking about. And then we, like I said, people are enamored with the entertainment business and everything like that, which is cool.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good, but we wanted to find another way to actually be able to, like I continue to say, but really build wealth for our family and for our people, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing that really, honestly and truthfully drives. I know it drives me, it drives him as well, because it's been on my mind since since high school, man. Like, how can I change the dynamic of family and what our people are actually going through? So that's a big reason. We both, like, he came up with the idea of Minority Wall Street. I was like, man, I'm going to ride with it. And hopefully this journey it will take us on, like, to new levels. Not just us, but everybody that's around us. So,
yeah, it's sad at times, man. I'm just going to speak from my personal experience. My parents, they did their best they could. Not saying we was in poverty or anything like that, but live paycheck to paycheck. We had lights turned off. We had to move a lot. Especially when parents get divorced and stuff like that. It's a whole different type of dynamic and stuff like that. So my whole motto right now is assets over everything. So having a house in your name, have a boat, having stocks, having different assets to where you can sell if need be, or send it down the line to your children or children's children. And that's one thing in the black community that I know personally, is that back in the day, we bought property and investments for the next generation. But what happened is that generation said, well, I can get a lot of money if I sell it. So if we look down Atlanta, all that the housing and buildings was owned by African Americans.
Yeah.
All right. And since that next generation said, well, I'm going to sell it, I don't feel like dealing with it, they sell it to, to a different culture, different race of people, which is fine, which is good and grand. This is Minority Wall Street. It's for areas for diversity. But I'm speaking, because I'm a black man speaking on black topics, is that's just what happened. Is that, we sold too much. And now we're looking at today's, like, what do we have that's our own? So people think about gentrification and all that type of stuff that's going on in different major cities, which I believe I look at a glass half full than empty. So I don't have a particular problem with gentrification if you look at it at a different angle. We can have another video for that, and I could expand on that. But yeah, so this is what Minority Wall Street is. We're going to come with you with conversation about financial topics, hopefully in an entertaining way. I'm very passionate, and I can go on and on about some certain stuff. So if I do, in the comments, let me know when to say, bruh, chill out, or we need less. Or if you want more, just let us know. Visit minoritywallstreet.com. We have a blog on different topics. Primarily, it's just really focused on investing. So we have some stuff up right now that we need to that we have already written out. Of course, we need to update some more stuff, bring some fresh topics on that site. But visit us there and just share what they say. Share, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah,
That's what they say on YouTube.
I think it's what
Yeah, so yeah, do that and support this channel because we're definitely going to support you guys with providing information to you guys. It's value added information
and experience and real life experience.
Real life experience. We'll talk about how he made close to $10,000 in one trade. We'll talk about how
Okay, put my business out there.
I'm being honest because this is what it is. It's all about transparency. We talk about how much you lose in one day. How much did you lose?
I don't want to speak about it now. We'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that. As for me, you know, why did my business? I ain't say it suffer, but why did I stop AM legal support? Why did I stop my legal business? The challenges of being a homeowner. People talk a good game about home ownership. It has its pros, but the cons is very real out here. The cons is very real.
It is.
You know, we'll talk about all that type of stuff, and then what's going on with the economy in the world and stuff like that, and figure out ways to take advantage of some opportunities. So I'm gonna tell you right now, the best advice that I can give you. We don't give financial advice, any legal advice or anything like that, but we just telling you what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're just saving cash. Just save your cash. Don't invest in the market right now. We're not investing in the market.
No, he not investing.
I'm not investing in the market.
He not.
I'm not. I'm just hoarding cash. Save your cash.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because once everything starts going where we anticipate it's going to go, there's going to be a lot of opportunity out there to where you can have those. We can buy those assets.
Yeah.
So cash. Cash is king. And then assets over everything. All right. So thank you for watching Minority Wall Street.
Appreciate it.
We out.
Yep.
When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin', wobbin'.